I mean
Why'd you leave
Saturday.
your shoe there, Mason?
Oh my God.
Like how he drove back for said shoe. I would have been like, wasn't meant to be.
I
Hey,
laughed. I
I
laughed way too
mean,
hard.
it was on the way back to mine, so I'm like, might as well. Welcome back, everyone, to the Track Packers podcast for episode 18 of season 5. We're here with another full field of racers or podcasters with myself, Mason. We have the Pelkeys, Jessup, and Becca, along with John Breckel. Jessup, how are you doing this week?
I'm doing fine, Mason. I'm doing fine.
Very good. John, how are you doing?
I am doing quite well, Mason. So weather's supposed to be pretty nice this week, so I'm excited.
Oh,
Yes, it is looking pretty good, and the weather's actually been pretty favorable the last couple weeks. Becca, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. It's been a challenging couple of days. Riley is been a handful for us, been a complete angel for everyone else. So that's makes parenting very frustrating and long and tiring. But I'm good. Other than that, wild to think that for a lot of tracks in our viewing area that this weekend and potentially next weekend is championship weekend for these racetracks in our north, neck of the woods. So crazy that the season has flown by, but I'm ready for invitational season.
The
We can
season
plenty of
has
racing.
The season has flown by really quick. I had a very fun weekend, pretty relaxing. Didn't have any real duties unless John basically left me hanging at a couple of certain points this weekend. But otherwise, very, very good weekend. As you can see if you're watching, well, John has moved his camera already, but this is one of
ooh,
Jessup's random ideas to just be at eye level, which is actually very similar to what drivers actually look like when they're in the cars.
It's true. It's like you're wearing a helmet.
And it's
ooh.
like, oh, when they're talking and trying to be all expressive and all that, and you just see their eyes and maybe their eyebrows moving. It's like, what are they doing? Oh, yes, and yes, certain
And the
gesture
figures.
and fingers. Yeah, nice pointer finger. Indeed. As I move my camera back down to normal level, we want to thank all you watchers and listeners of the Track Packers podcast. We greatly appreciate the support. Want to give a couple shout outs to some listeners and watchers. Rebecca Colley out of the Bemidji, Minnesota area. Thank you for tuning on in. She actually is one of my supporters on the Mason and Racing videos page with Traction Stand. So thank you, Rebecca. And Bonnie Steinert, that is the grandmother of Cameron Rose, the 12 street stock out of Wisconsin. So thank you for tuning into the Track Packers podcast as well. What do you say we get things rolling with the wave of the green flag and get right into who or what we are repping? Jessup, who or what are you repping to start this off?
Well, it appears we've already lost one person. So with that, I'm just gonna go.
She had to get some racing gear on. She was wearing red.
Oh, so do I still throw the flag?
No, because you've left many times off the screen for various other things. Continue.
Like sleeping.
Yes.
It is important to sleep. It is right and just.
And apparently this turned into a mass.
A what?
Amen.
That's a phrase in Catholic Mass. You quoted Catholic Mass, and Mason is referring to that.
I just
Becca,
want
I
you to know
understood
it
that.
is truly right and just that Becca gets the caution flag.
It is not. I rebuttal that caution flag.
Well, I'm repping the fourth annual Dom Gumpke shirt, as you can clearly see.
Hmm. Oh,
There we go.
Yeah. John, who
Did
won
he
the
ever
fourth
have
annual
have
Dom
that paint
Gumpke?
scheme?
What?
Did he ever have that red, white, and blue paint scheme like that?
no.
No.
I didn't think so, but I didn't know for sure.
Who was the winner of the fourth annual Dom Gumpke, John?
Travis Tooley.
Fair enough.
Damn, I wish I had a memory like that.
Fair enough. Is that a confirmation that he got the right answer? Or it's like, oh, just take his word for it.
He's the Rain Man.
It was 2023. Tooley won the Gumke and the Stampede in
Yeah.
the same year.
See? John knows what he's talking about. Don't you question me. You know what, John? Hold on one second.
Are you
This
getting
is
the
for
caution flag?
Mason for questioning Rain Man.
No, I wasn't questioning Rain Man. You didn't really confirm him. You just said fair enough.
Well, we're going to need some holy water for some confirmation. No.
Hmm.
No.
No.
Anyways, fourth annual Don Gumpke, 23rd of 2000.
Nice shirt.
He
I
covered
actually don't.
he covered that quite well.
Yeah, I don't remember that specific shirt. That's a cool shirt.
Thank you, Mason.
have
And I
that
will
one too.
continue being on the front.
And you know, Jessup, Joanne was wearing that one on Saturday too.
Really?
Yes.
Well,
You guys
Dirt
are
Track
twinning.
royalty knows best. You have Queen Joanne and the Jester.
The Jester is actually a very fitting name.
That is so fitting. That's actually going to stick.
Hmm. Maybe a new fantasy name is in order for you.
No. So much. Anyways, John, who and what are you wearing today?
Well, I got a very nice gift in the mail this past weekend.
It was
And
a cap.
I was also on one of these shows as well. I am repping Dirt Talk with Scotty. So Scotty Ireland does a great show. It is a podcast. It's also on the radio stations over there in Minnesota. But check him out, Scotty Ireland, Dirt Talk with Scotty. He's got a page on Facebook with all of his podcast listeners, all of his guests, all of his interviewees, and it is a very, very nice show. I was on there as part of an announcer roundtable here just about a month ago, and it was a lot of fun. We had a great time.
That was a great interview, and Scotty does a really great job with the drivers over in Fiesta and Madison, along with Wilmer and Casino. Really, really good show. Highly recommend Dirt Talk with Scotty.
And Scotty's actually going to be announcing at several tracks this weekend because he's also helping at KRA this upcoming Thursday with their Pure Stock special. So that'll be kind of fun to see him over there in KRA on Thursday.
That's right. They've been doing pure stock specials at those 3 area tracks and putting up a lot of sponsors for it. And he's a former Hornet driver himself, so definitely knows his racing stuff. So cool shirt. Becca, what are you repping?
I forgot what I was wearing, and so when I took off my hoodie, which was NASCAR related, not racing related, I was like, yeah, that's not what I thought I was wearing. Anyways, I went and grabbed one of Joseph's hoodies that was laying on the floor. I think he wore it the other day. Anyways, I am repping a. Hang on, I gotta hit OK on that button. Okay, I am wearing a Willie Thompson hoodie. Joseph bought this probably back in, I want to say 2017, and that was the year he did merchandise gear for the last time, and then he retired. So all of his friends and like Joseph and all of his buddies bought these hoodies, and then he was like, "Yeah, it's my last year. I retired." But anyways, it's a really nice, warm and comfy hoodie. Joseph wears this pretty often at the racetrack. So
Wears it a lot at the racetrack, especially when he's out there broadcasting the races live with DSTV. He's in that quite a bit.
Sure is. And it's a hockey hoodie, so even fits better.
Yep.
Awesome.
You know, just I
Sweatshirt.
think the Stampede had some of those one year.
Yes.
Yeah.
I got one of those.
I
I did too.
Yes, they were very nice looking.
I think I bought one of those too.
I was promised one of those.
Oh. And then
You
they ran
know,
out of your size.
I feel like John has an in with the Stock Car Stampede, and maybe
No, it's
he could
okay.
put a little word in for some
Oh,
apparel requests, and maybe they can bring back the hockey hoodies for 2016, 2026. Sorry.
Were they in
Living in
there?
the past.
Did they have hockey hoodies last year? I don't remember. They had Carhartts. That's right.
I'm excited to see the gear for the Stampede this year, being it's the, oh gosh,
55th.
55th. I almost said 60th. I'm like, that's not right. Thank you.
55th. And did you guys know the 55th is actually the Emerald year? So we'll see. Wonder if there'll be some dark green varieties available this year.
So for my gear, repping the B1 Brody Carlsrud because he picked up another win this past weekend. This one or
top
the
9?
Top 9 at the Norman County Raceway.
Top 9.
Yes. So congrats, Brody, on another win. And for the shirt, this is also a new shirt that I just got in the last couple weeks, representing Dirt Talk with Scotty.
Mason, we're tweeting!
Plan this.
You know
That
what's
was
funny?
not planned, by the way.
This was not planned at all.
I don't believe you.
I
The
literally
The first time we saw each other with these shirts was when Mason stood up and walked away to go turn off his air conditioning unit right when we were starting the podcast. And I looked at him and I said, Mason. So, yep.
Yeah, I literally just got back to Fargo about a half hour ago, and I literally grabbed the first shirt that I knew I hadn't worn on the podcast, and this was the one. So, Scotty is also an avid watcher of the Track Packers. He listens on his mail routes all the time. He's a mailman, so he gets a lot of windshield time, a lot of time on the road. So, he's a loyal listener, and definitely wanted to support him with his shirt. And he's got a lot of sponsors on his show.
He does, Mason. Turn around. Yep. There you go.
Chat GPT will let me make an image.
So maybe in the future we'll have shirts similar to this as well. Getting some ideas.
Because Mason, you were giving away beanies this past weekend.
Yeah, I had a fun giveaway with the Track Packers beanie because I didn't know where I was going to end up on Friday. So let's do a giveaway and see who can guess correctly on where I'm going. Within the first 5 minutes, there were 4 different tracks guessed, with all logical destinations too. I'm like, this is going to be very interesting. So pretty even split, I think, with a lot of tracks, and Fergus Falls is a destination. So I think there was 15 out of the 45 guesses were Fergus. So pretty good representation across the board. But that is who or what we are repping for episode 18 of season 5, and we will move right into the Hot Sauce Hot Memory Rewind, giving a shout out to Isaac Hot Sauce Sondrol on the 12S IMCA Modified. Saw him yesterday at the Nodak Speedway for the Monty Lundy Memorial. Unfortunately, he didn't have the best results. I saw that he posted on his personal page that he had a brake line that got severed or broke, and so didn't have brakes for the last good portion of the race, so he ended up pulling off because that was definitely a race where he definitely wanted the brakes. And so tough luck for the 12S IMCA Modified, but hopefully now he's gearing up for harvest and all the year-end specials. Be sure to follow his page, 12S Racing, on Facebook, and if you see him, one of the nicest guys to talk to. Had a fun conversation with him yesterday at the track, and really appreciate Isaac's friendship and his support of the Track Packers, so thank you so much, Isaac. Jessup, what do you got for the hot sauce segment this week?
Well, as we head into late model season, it is time to go back to our late model quizzing time. Remember, this is from some earlier days. Apparently, it is from 1999. Ready, John?
This is all you, John.
We're ready. Is that... I know that car.
The hint is the sponsor's out of Alexandria, Minnesota.
That is Dwayne Clark.
Wow, good pull, John. Good pull. Well done, sir. Well done.
I was like, I know that car. I have seen that car actually race in person.
That's a really sharp-looking scheme.
It was really sharp. He had some really nice cars, Dwayne Clark did.
All right. Coming up to the next one. This should be pretty easy.
Harry Hansen.
Very good. Coming up onto the next one.
Is that Eddie Worry?
Nope.
Ed Kirchhoff?
Yay, Mason.
Thank you, Mason.
2-1. Becca, still at 0. I don't know this name.
Ooh,
Let me take a quick.
I don't know if I know that one.
Red Wing, Minnesota. So this is going to be southeast.
Kind of in the Deer Creek, Mississippi Thunder area. Ugh.
Yeah, that'd be correct.
I don't even know who would guess on this.
Initials are LS.
Lyle Sadoff?
No,
I don't think I know.
I don't think you're going to get this one. This is Larry Stockwell.
Okay. I don't
Next,
know
Not
that
heard
name.
that name.
I don't know that name.
I don't know who this is because there's no name on it.
The
That's Brian
sponsor on the
Nelson.
back is interesting.
It's Brian Nelson.
You know where they're from, Mason?
I don't think they're from Minot, but that
Why
would
not?
be funny. I feel like that would be a fitting place for them to be from.
We're going to give
Yeah.
Mason this or John this. Okay, here we go.
Well, I already guessed the other one and I was right. It was Brian Nelson.
Okay, so you got 3. Mason's with 1. Becca still trailing.
I'm working on other things right now.
Oh,
Number 9.
I thought we were done working on other things to keep our computers from freezing up.
I don't know who this is.
This entity could definitely be waited upon. They do not need our services.
Menominee Casino.
Casino.
They. Tom. Nope.
Not a clue.
Tom Nayerts. Nayerts?
I don't know that name.
This is a Wisconsin guy.
Yeah.
I think he might still be racing.
The only thing
He
I
might be.
recognized on that was the font of the 9 because it looks like a Jack Roush 9. Or
Yes, it
6.
did.
All right,
Yep.
John, you should know this one.
Is that Pete Parker?
That is Pete Parker. Minnesota
Look at that.
national
He's got the
champion.
casino on the back end of it too.
The
And
Potawatomi.
bingo.
The Potawatomi Bingo out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Milwaukee. Oh, here we go. So let's see. This puts us at 5-1. Come on, Mason. You got to catch up here.
Troy Schill?
Cat door.
I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
I already knew that was back door. Mason, there's no S on that one.
It's okay, Mason. But we are going to deduct you a point.
We don't deduct points in this segment.
Paul Mueller.
John, you're deducted a point. This is Dave Manlow.
Can't believe you guys didn't know that.
Did you, Becca?
Yeah,
Don't
Becca, why didn't you
know
say
any of
anything?
these sponsors? All right,
Yeah,
Becca,
Becca.
you have a chance. You have not seen this person. Actually, you have seen this person race. No, but you two don't say anything.
$11D. I have seen this person race, huh?
Yes, you have. They still race.
Late
You will
models?
see them racing in a couple weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, like at the silver or
Yes.
at door? I don't know. I don't know.
She
I
said
don't
Pat
know.
Door.
Well,
Indeed.
the number's close. That's fair.
The letter has an initial Pat Door. I mean,
Yes.
No.
No.
I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed.
Do you want me to take this one, John?
Yes, please.
Tim McMahon.
Timmy McMahon. And the
Yeah.
11D in honor of Danny McMahon.
You know what's funny about that is I'm pretty sure that we followed him out of the track the year that all four of us went to the silver.
Yeah.
I actually think you're,
Mhm.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Mason saw this person.
Come on, Mason, you got this one.
Mike Goodremote.
Very good. 6'3", -2 for Becca. John?
Is that Rick Ogland?
Nope.
Rick Nelson.
Nope. This is a very fun racing name. The first initial is the same as the last initial.
Tommy Thompson.
Very good, John.
Hmm.
That's actually a pretty good hint by me.
It was.
Hey,
It was
you
very good.
two, this is a battle.
That's Brett saying.
And last but not least,
Mike, no, that's not.
that's a trick.
Ugh.
This one's
It
gonna be
looks
tough.
just like the other car from 2 pictures ago.
This
Let's go with
is
the P.
Paul.
Yeah, what's the P stand for?
Paul Gilbert's.
Oh,
Yeah.
Paul.
everyone knows that. By the way, the best name in racing is Damakala.
Yes. I would agree
That's
with
what
that.
I said it's a fun racing name.
But Becca,
That's
that's for people that actually still race.
There.
All right, that's all I got for you guys.
I have
Thank you,
three.
Jessa. We did quite well.
I thought you guys did. That would be
No,
Bob Simmers.
Yes.
first.
Taco
Yeah, I
John.
saw Becca's lips move and saying Bob Simmers. So good job, Becca.
You know,
Becca,
I
I'm
have
proud
a
of you.
picture from that lawn. Hold on. Let me see.
No, you're not sharing that picture. I know which one it is.
I don't understand why.
This
No.
is Troy Heupel.
Wait, Heupel.
Yes. Good job.
Yeah, that's quite a few years ago too.
Yes. And my last one.
Alan Kent.
There you go. Good job. Can you name the track?
Yeah,
That's
is that
Fargo.
is that rugby?
New.
Fargo.
New.
Is that Bismarck?
No, it's a Minnesota
Is that-
track.
Alexandria.
Minnesota?
Yep. Did you say Ada,
That's
Jessup?
Alex?
What did you say?
Ada, Norman County.
Ada.
That's Ada. Wow, that doesn't look like Ada anymore.
New.
No,
It's
it
changed a
doesn't.
lot.
Becca, did you have any?
I'm still trying to find that photo for Mason.
No.
Oh, you,
What's
John.
wrong with the photo, Mason?
It's all me. Okay.
Very
Oh.
clever, well taken photo.
Oops, sorry. Hang on. I haven't done the permission yet.
He disabled sharing.
No, I was in my hasty rush to get to Fargo. There you go.
Okay, it's from 2022 when it happened.
Okay. So the top car is Rusty Coleman.
Young.
The middle is Corey Tammon.
Yep.
Is that a 71K or 74K?
That's a 71.
That's a 71X. It's Corey Tammon. That's what Mason said it already.
I never would have gotten it.
I'm confusing the first name of this last one because it's Babcock, but which one is it?
God, he's a past Stampede champion.
Gosh, it's not Levi, it's someone else. I can't think of his name.
Pass that on.
Starts
Dang
with
it.
a J.
Shay, gosh, I can't think right now. I have no idea.
It's Jason.
Jason, thank you.
Jason Babcock.
Got some good news here.
Okay, next one.
Ooh, these are a couple interesting ones.
Memorial car.
That is Jason Tennis.
No.
And that is Mitch Johnson in the background.
That is a no.
That's why I didn't say Mitch, because I thought the same thing.
I thought it was Mitch and Jason as well. So this is.
No.
And if you look even further back, that is Chad Mater.
No. No.
But the nose cone.
Is that Jeff Problemzino?
And the further back one is, yes.
Yeah, I got one. Is that Zach? Oh, wait.
I'll
Hold
give
on.
you
Let
a
me take
hint.
look.
The driver in the 92 is a multi-time Stampede champion, multi-time Sites Memorial
Jeff
champion.
Wild Dunk.
He is a past national champion.
Jeff Wild Dunk.
Zach Johnson.
Nope.
I want to say John Shaw because
It is Don Shaw.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
I'd almost go with more of a Terry Casey one with that look.
The driver
Don
on the
Shaw for a very long
outside. Okay.
to say Don Shaw tried for a very long time to win the sites, and he finally did it like what I want to say like 8 years
17.
ago for the first time, and then he did it again a few years after that. But that was a very emotional and very meaningful win for him to get that win finally.
Yeah, what's interesting about the Don Shaw Sites Memorial wins is Don won it in 17, and he won the sites in 22, and he also won the Stampede in those same years.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I wouldn't have guessed Shaw because I figured, like, racing a scheme like that, he had already won the site. So that's why I was like,
This is 2007, so this is like when the site started.
Okay.
It would have been the first year of the sites. 00, he's out of Fargo. His
Not
initials
Mitch
are
Johnson.
CW.
CW.
Does he still race late models?
He doesn't.
Chich Watson.
His last name is Wheeler.
Corey
Blake.
Wheeler.
Yep,
Is
Corey
he
Wheeler.
the one selling his, is he the one selling his Wasota modified and street stock? That I saw on Facebook and almost sent to Jessup because it looks like a Jessup paint scheme.
No, not that I remember.
Not that I saw.
Next one.
I don't know if I can find that photo of Gory.
Is that Lance Schill?
It is Lance Schill.
Holy smokes.
Who is on the outside of him? He is a prominent driver from Alexandria.
With a 41. I'm trying to think of 41s. I don't.
It's Aaron Linginger.
Okay, I kind of recognize the name.
Yep.
I have no idea who either of these cars are.
The 7, haven't we seen this one?
We haven't seen this exact
71
picture.
isn't the one we think it is. That's Dustin Strand.
Oh.
See, it's not who we think it is. Isn't this who bought a Hughes car? This is
Oh, we have talked about this.
this
It's
is
been a while.
Oh, what's his name? He used to race Mod Tour all the time.
Didn't Hank Berry buy this car?
No.
Oh,
This really isn't a trick, which is kind of funny. It's 2007.
Oh, only 20 years ago. It's not a trick, but
Well, who's
is
the car
it
on the
Brian?
outside?
Sean Strand.
Yeah, that's Sean Strand. And then who's the driver on the inside?
Is it Brian Strand?
Yes.
Okay.
This is before Dustin went to Wasota Modifieds. He was still in
Yeah.
the Wasota Midwest Modified class and Wasota Superstock class back during this time frame.
Okay.
And the final ones.
I like zoom out, John. Zoom back in upper right. Zoom in upper right. Upper right. Not
Okay, I have a guess, but I'm nervous to say it.
more
The
right.
88. You're trying to get to the 88.
Yeah, that's a good looking paint scheme.
There.
A Randy Klein car.
No, it's not Randy Klein.
The 56 lane switch.
I'm sorry.
No, not Lane Schweer.
I'm sorry. My jaw's just on the floor from Jessup loving that paint scheme.
I am too. I'm just shocked.
I'm just saying it because you guys make it seem like I love every paint scheme like that, but you don't know.
Is that Lane Schweer?
No,
We've already
that is
said
not
no to
correct.
that, Mason.
I'm sorry.
Hey,
I was still dumbfounded by you.
hold on, John. Let me just throw this one out there just so we get a full group. Hey, John,
Yes.
is that Lane Schweer?
No, no, it is not.
Oh,
This driver actually won the Stock Car Stampede back in 2007 in that car.
Wow, let me look that
88
up
did?
then.
No, the 56L.
Oh, well, who's the 88?
Well, it's a weight.
Doug.
Oh, uh, Taylor weight?
I don't know, Mason.
Landon Becker. I can't believe we didn't just,
Landon
you know.
Becker. Yep, in the 56L.
I think Becca cheated.
Look at Becca
No.
go.
I don't keep track of this stuff. Never. I'm not organized like that.
I thought Taylor weight was 68 though. That's the problem.
You know, Mason, you're kind of thinking about this, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm just gonna guess Taylor weight because that's the only one I can think of besides Brennan.
Well, let's verify, should we?
Uh-oh.
To the Western Wanderer we go.
It is
No.
not Taylor Waite.
It is Lloyd Waite.
It's Brent Waite.
Brent. Oh, I do not remember a Brent weight.
Taylor and Brent used to drive 88 and 68 with Soda Midwest Modifieds.
Yep, I remember the 68 Midwest Modified. I don't remember the 88.
Yep. Those were all from 2007.
Nice.
Wow. I was going to share once I find it again, because have I shared with you, Jessup and Becca, Mike Goodremote's Modified that he actually has a fresh wrap on?
Nope.
It's kind of pretty. It's really
It is
pretty.
actually really nice. So let me find it.
One
Here.
that I'm
There
gonna
it is.
like.
Here we go. Right here, courtesy of Wide Open Media out of Rice Lake area.
It's Mike Good Remote.
There we go.
That's pretty sharp.
Yeah,
It is. It's a really nice mod.
it's really nice.
What is he
Now,
driving?
I wish that scheme was there in Rice Lake when I was there in July. Unfortunately, he just had a all blue tin car with white number 12 on it, and that was it.
Ah,
Way more Jessup approved back then.
yep.
So there you have it. That is the Hot Sauce Hot Memory Rewind. And on to the Track Pack report, courtesy of Paul Bunyan Mini Storage out of Bemidji, Minnesota. You can store it all with Paul. They have 3 convenient locations around the Bemidji, Minnesota area. It's kind of getting that time of year where a lot of people are kind of getting away from the lakes and getting their summer activities all wrapped up and starting to get into fall and even winter stuff. So maybe looking for an area to store all your seasonal belongings, and Paul Bunyan Mini Storage can be that outlet for you. Climate controlled units, so if you have the ebbs and flows of the seasons of weather, it's perfectly protected in those storage units. Again, thank you to Dean Eggebraaten and his whole staff. I want to thank him for joining us on the Track Packers this season. And he travels back and forth to Florida quite a bit, and so I'm sure he's getting geared up for the off season when he might be in Florida more often than up here in the upper Midwest. So thank you, Paul Bunyan Mini Storage, for the support on the Track Packers. So our Track Packer report, pretty slimmed down, as I know Friday was a washout over at the Bismarck Mandan area, although much needed moisture, from what I heard.
Yes, it was nice. It was a very nice rain.
Our grass is green again.
That's good.
So
Over here in Fargo, it's more on the dry side. We've had just a very little amount of weather over the last 3 to 4 weeks, so probably could still use a little bit of moisture sometime during the early week, not the weekends, because everyone wants to go racing, especially with the weekends winding down. So, I'll kick off the track pack report. I started over at the Norman County Raceway, first time back there in a few weeks. Regular race program along with the Wissota Midwest, or not Midwest Mods, they were there, but Wissota Modifieds were there, their last appearance there this season. Beautiful weather that night. The track had some character, and I know the track prep crew was working a lot during the race night in between all the races to get it worked in better and better for the drivers. Much improved from the heat races to the features, and definitely had some trouble spots throughout the race night, but made for some exciting racing in the classes. Legends kicked off feature racing action. They had a clean and green race, no cautions. It was a heavyweight battle between Alex Clark and Owen Broden at the front of the field. Carter Resta was also up in the front before he had some mechanical trouble and blew it off the top from the lead. And looked like Alex Clark and Owen were going to duke it out, and then all of a sudden the 72 of Hollywood Ty Wilkie came from the 12th starting spot, made the pass with just about a lap to go to get another feature win. And he's been kind of gone the last several weeks, and so it was nice to see him back, and he didn't lose a step claiming the feature win in that class. Wissota Midwest Modifieds, fast race. Jory Berg and Aaron Blacklands were duking it out for the feature win there, with Aaron in the 5BA coming out on top to get his first feature win there this season. He's actually been on quite a good streak over the last several weeks as well. IMCA Hobby Stocks went to one of the long travelers, Austin Johns, out of southern Minnesota. He actually got tagged with a caution halfway through, had to go to the tail end, and then came back to get the feature win. So he had his 32J all set up for that night as well. Wissota Modifieds, this was a really fun race. Mike Stearns and Joseph Thomas going at it, duking it out, throwing sliders and crossovers, battling through lap traffic. In the end, it was Joseph Thomas taking the win in the 6T. Stock cars, our guy Brody Carlsrud led from the drop of the green flag. He had to hold off the likes of Calvin Kesselberg, Ryan Satter, who actually poked his nose out in the lead with like 3 to go. And then Brody kind of turned up the wick just a little bit more and got enough to scoot ahead and get another feature win on the season. So congrats to the B1 once again. And the IMCA Northern Sport Mods, it was Jaden Pavlicek who got to the lead early and pretty much checked out for the remainder of the race. And so he finished off the night at Norman County on Thursday. On a Friday, where I ended up at the I-94 EMR Speedway, another regular weekly program with their normal divisions. Street Stocks kicking off feature action, and they had a fast race as well. Levi Rant got out to the front right away and had to hold off Eric Riley and Kyle Dykoff, who they were slightly catching him, but Eric and Kyle were kind of battling with one another and had let Levi get away just enough to get the feature win. And so congrats to 11 of Levi Rant on the feature win. I think the race of the night was the Midwest Modifieds. They had 29 in attendance, 28 started the A-Main. They had 0 cautions. So, very good job by those drivers on 20 clean green flag laps. And it was a wild race through lap traffic. Tanner Bitson along with Jake Smith duking it out for the lead. And then Landon ran the 11R, was right behind him in third. And they were swapping positions all throughout. And it came down to 3 laps to go. About a clump of 4 lap cars were in the way. And Landon kind of scooted through the middle of all of them to get the lead late, and made it a Rant Brothers sweep on the night as he got the Midwest Modified feature win. So congrats to the Rant family on the big night. The Gen X late models went to the 15 of Trevor Walsh. He is one of the top runners in that division, and he checked out in front of the field in front of Jarrett Hoos and Parker Gilbertson to get the feature win there. Wissota Modifieds. The 2X of Brady Gertis got around the 21X of Travis Sauer halfway through the race and held off Dusty Bitson on the bottom side of the racetrack to get the feature win there. Late models, Travis Sauer, who's been really good in the late model as of late. You know, that would be a fun addition to the Stampede Shakedown one of these years, John and Jessup.
Agreed. He would be a great addition. So unfortunately, no Wissota Modifieds over there, but he could bring his dad's Wissota Midwest Modified over.
Yes, so maybe I'll put the bug in his ear the next time I see him and be like, hey, you should come on over. We'd have a spot for you there. So he looked really good in his late model. He held off a very, very fast Sean Meyer in the 18X, who unfortunately blew his motor coming across the line. It went up in a heap of smoke. So tough break for Sean Meyer. He had a great run, but hopefully that's not a big setback for that team. And then the Wissota Hornets, there was actually a little bit of weather, so it was drizzling a little bit at the start of the race, so it made the first couple laps very interesting. But the 11E of Emma Nelson, who was very close with the Never Alone group, she got to the lead right away and then checked out by nearly half a racetrack, like to get her first career feature win. So big congrats to Emma Nelson on her first win. She finished in front of Christian Cass and Adam Throner in the 8X. And that was your action on Friday night at I-94. And so that moves us into Saturday to the Jamestown Speedway, where both John and I were in attendance for the 8th annual Jeff Carpenter Memorial. John, I know you and I were looking forward to this night, and turned out to be a pretty fun night. What were your takeaways?
Yeah, takeaways, I'll have three of them. So good car count of 109 cars total for the night. So that was good. Track was in very good shape the whole entire night. They were running top, they were running bottom, they were running middle, and track was pretty quick all night too. Don't you agree, Mason, on that? Felt like the track was pretty fast all night.
It was very fast all night, and it was like beautiful weather. It was nice and cool. Like it was actually kind of chilly in the pits.
It was
Grandstands
with the wind.
were ideal.
Yeah, and that's where my third one was some travelers, which was kind of fun to see. Pretty good crowd in attendance, which was also fun to see. And a busy intermission, which we got through everything in intermission time frame. But yeah, it was a fun night for both of us. It was nice to have you back.
Yeah, Beck and Jessup, I actually learned that I can multitask very well.
Mason learned a new thing on Saturday. I was proud of him.
Yes, so as part of the Jeff Carpenter Memorial, they did their normal heat races for the Midwest Modifieds. They were racing for $2,537. They also had a dash, so they redrew the top, I believe, 8 in passing points.
8. Yep,
And so
top
they ran
8.
they ran a dash in between a couple of the features, and John was down at the bottom of the stands. I didn't know what he was doing, and I was like, well, it's a dash, and I was kind of helping with lineups and such. I'm like, well, I don't know if he's going to announce it, so I just grabbed the mic and started announcing as they were coming around, but it also recording at the same time. I'm like, I might as well practice. Figured out I could do both.
Yes, Mason did that whole race. He didn't even realize that I started announcing in 1 and 2 over him. And then I heard him again. I'm like, I'm done. I'm like, Mason could announce this one. So, yep. So he announced the whole thing.
Ay, ay, ay.
So maybe I'll do that more often. You never know.
I mean, hey, you can practice, Mason, you can practice maybe like Stampede, Oktoberfest area. On some of those, you can just practice announcing and also taping.
This is true. Although Dakota Speedway is tricky because I can hear myself and it sounds like I'm drunk when I'm out in the open trying to announce. It's kind of weird.
I get
So,
trippy
yes.
when I'm out. I get trippy up on when I announce on top of the grandstands outside of the announcer's booth because there's a delay, and
Mhm.
then I can hear my delay, and I talk like an idiot when I'm announcing outside of the tower. But if I'm down below, it's fine. But yeah, just weird.
Yes, Jessup, did you have something to say there?
Yeah, Jessup, you look like you needed to say something.
I'm gonna say I've said some pretty dumb things on the microphone, whether I've been in or outside of the announcer's tower. So I'm sure that piqued his interest when I said I speak like an idiot when I'm outside the tower. But
She says things.
We all say
I
things
mean,
at certain points.
we talking about announcing. I am working on arranging things to potentially announce at the Jamestown Stock Car Stampede. Looking for people to help me watch Riley. I have some people in mind, but if there's anyone that's like, oh my God, I want to watch an adorable little child, you'll let me know. But yeah, working on trying to announce the Stock Car Stampede because Mason will be on the mic with John at Oktoberfest. So Stock Car Stampede is just a super fun weekend in Jamestown. I would love to be on the mic for both days if possible. So trying to make that happen if everything lines up. But yeah, the gang might get back together for the Stock Car Stampede, guys.
That would be awesome to have you all back over, especially you, Becca. We missed you over there. Jessup, we missed you over there too. I kind of miss seeing you in the flag stand or one of the towers.
I do too. I do too. I kind of miss Jessup over there on the flag stand from time to time.
I like my flag stand spot, but I'm sure I'll be behind the cameras again.
Yes, you'll definitely be behind the camera for the stampede.
I'm surprised that we're in the year 2026 and there's not like a mobile like racetrack daycare service yet. I feel like that could be a real moneymaker in today's day and age.
Yes.
You're not wrong on that, Mason.
Probably not wrong.
Just throwing out the idea for someone out there that may be looking for some opportunities within the racing community. That would be a big one. I think that would be a hit. Back to the results. Slingshots. John, what happened in the slingshots at Jamestown on Saturday?
Well, we had the Keller sisters over on Saturday, and Haley Keller popped out to the lead, but the driver that won last week, which was Colin Avile, boy, he looked really good again on Saturday night, and he was tracking her down, and they were side by side for a couple of laps, and he did the crossover out of turn 4 and got the lead right at the stripe with the white flag, and then they barely missed a spin car in 3 and 4 on the last lap, and the race went back to the conclusion with the last lap of Colin Vile being the winner, with Haley Keller and Libby Keller finishing second and third, with Aubrey Enninger fourth. So Colin beat the girls.
Sure did. It looked really good. Yeah, that was a really fun race to watch in the slingshots. Great way to kick off feature racing action. And then the Bombers went out for their feature event after a track prep session. And this was another fast-paced race. A little bit of carnage in the Bombers. Had some unfortunate incidents that took out a few competitors. But it was a fun battle up front. Joe Jacobson, who started on the front row, led from the drop of the green flag, but he had to hold off guys like Billy Carroll, Riker Vetter, Brody Michelson, who was making charge after charge and would take the lead on multiple occasions, but of course the caution would come out each time. It took about the fourth attempt on Brody trying to get around him that he made it stick, no caution flag, and Brody went on to get the feature win in front of Joe. So Battle of the 18s turned into a fun race.
Yeah, Brody picked up the win. He passed with 2 to go to get the win, and Joe was second. And Mason, I have to give a shout out too, because I think, what was it? Billy Carroll was third, with Riker Vetter fourth, and Nathan Mundall was top 5. Won his heat race on Saturday night, and was up to third at one point, and almost went 3 wide for the lead before one of the cautions, and ended up in the top 5. So it was nice to see Nathan back over.
Yeah, another strong field of Bombers. Really good to see a good, strong car count. And they were racing for $437.
That is correct. As part of the carpet of.
So up next, they did the order a little bit different this week. The Street Stocks were up next. They had a clean and green race, and they were flying around the quarter mile.
Yeah, they were really flying. There was a lot of well, let's put it this way. Paul Gresseth was team gone. He was like the Arnesons back in the day. He was gone. He won by 8.5 seconds.
Yeah, he was gone. From second on back, it was a cluster, though. I mean, Tony Smith, Casey Usadis, Jody Michelson. Jody finally cleared himself for second about 2/3 of the way through the race, but by that time, Cole was well beyond a straightaway ahead. And yeah, Cole looked really good in 19 machine. Good redemption after last week. I know he was really disappointed after last week's results, and so good to see Cole back in victory lane. And Jody, who's been pretty strong as of late, going to be a fun guy to watch once the year continues to wind down and get in some of the specials.
Dustin Erickson was third in the 13 machine. Had a nice run up there in third, with Bob Banish Jr. right there in the top 5 too.
Yep, so good race for the Street Stocks, clean and green. The NX Legends were up next, I believe, and a good field of 19 cars showed up, so great to see a lot of the drivers come over. It was a national qualifier for them as well, and so we had the likes of Ty Olson, Preston Martin, along with your points leader, Austin Wiest, Donovan Wiest, Colton Miller, so a lot of drivers that were really making their mark on the Jamestown Speedway. Pretty good racy race. Preston Martin using the high side to get to the lead early, but then Andrew Bargman, who's pretty good at working the low line, started picking off cars one by one and got to the back bumper of Preston for the last half of the race. Was hounding him consistently each lap, but Preston held his line pretty well and held off a hard-charging Andrew Bargman to get the feature win, with Ty Olson finishing in third, Colton Miller in fourth, and Bryce Barnhart also coming over in the top 5. And so, so great racing, your legends. They were all over the track for the most part, and pretty good race.
Yeah, the Rankies were there too. I know Austin struggled a little bit. I think he finished 9th in the field. Caden Doctor had a good run as well in the 57, so good to see him up there in the top 10.
Yep, and then IMCA Modifieds next on the card. They were flying right out of the gate here too. They had a long green flag run to kick things off with Andrew Michael in the 16 machine, along with Travis Trout, that were your early race leaders. Caution kind of reset things a few laps in, and then almost all heck broke loose. Not in any carnage, but just a lot of shuffling in a short amount of time.
Yeah, because Andrew Michael, like you said, Mason, he was gone for a while. He was about a second and a half ahead, and the battle from third on back was really interesting because they were all over each other back over there. And then the caution came out, and Eric Edwards threw a slider to get to the lead and held off for the win. Travis Trout, really good run in that newer car. That I think he purchased the car before the season, but it is definitely a new chassis. And the 84 looked pretty good. And Scotty was right there in the top 3.
Yep, Scott, he had to start 10th, so he had his work cut out from. He always has pretty good heat races, but always gets mired in traffic to start things off, and just takes a little bit for him to get up front. But his car's been pretty good all season long. Just needs some luck on starting position in the A main, I think, for him to really start clicking off more and more wins. So. Fun race in the IMCA Modifieds before the finale. The Wissota Midwest Modifieds came out. I think it was 27 cars?
27 cars for 25 laps. Yep. So, and that race, they were all over the track on that race. There was the high line, there was the bottom, and Mason, we had Aaron Byers start on the front row. He looked really good all night in that 4B machine. And to his outside was Jake Smith. And as you guys know, Jake Smith, a darn good runner from over in the St. Joseph, Minnesota area. And yeah, Jake is so smooth. Jake got to the lead early and was using the high line. I mean, he was running the berm on the track. But then he had the drivers that know Jamestown really well of Jaron Wimstead and Lucas Rodin tracking him down. And Rodin went to the bottom. And he went right next to the wall on the bottom. And he made that race really interesting because both him and Wimstead stayed right with Jake. And as the laps kept winding down, Rodin kept getting closer and closer and closer. He was really good in 3 and 4. Like Lucas was really good rolling the bottom in 3 and 4. As they crossed the line for the white flag, Jake was ahead by a half a car. And Rodin made a run on him through 1 and 2. Jake kind of pulled away in 1 and 2. And then in 3 and 4, as they came out of turn number 4, Jake had the lead, and there was a lap car in front of him sideways, and the race ended underneath caution there at the end of it. But Jake Smith, he picked up back-to-back Carpenter Memorial wins, which was fun to see him back over in Jamestown. He's just so darn smooth in that 21 machine.
Yep, and if you get him a prime starting spot, especially, it's really tough to catch him. And kudos to the drivers; they were hounding him all race, and turned into a really fun battle at the very end. And so, congrats to Jake for going home with $2,537 once again to St. Joseph, Minnesota. Lucas Rodin in second, Jaron Wimstead third, Aaron Bauer fourth, and Kyle Anderson was your top 5. Fun night,
and a really good top 10, Mason, too, right? Because we had Ryan Ost, who started basically 12th to get to 6th. Dylan McConna, who was from the Manitoba area, came down. First time ever in Jamestown. Started 14th, got 7th. Aaron Michael, Reese Stenberg, and Brennan Waite top 10. So that was your top 10. And yeah, they were top, bottom. They were all over.
Mm-hmm. Fun night over in Jamestown on Saturday. And finishing out the weekend, I went up to my hometown, the Nodak Speedway, for the Bonnie Beater and Monty Lundy Memorial. $2,000 to win special for the IMCA Hobby Stocks and IMCA Modifieds, along with the Western Renegades and Junior Slingshots. I believe the Junior Slingshots also had a, was it a national qualifier or national How was that worded?
Junior Slingshot Nationals.
There we go. Thank you. So they had quite a few slingshots on hand, and they had a lot of slingshots up in Estevan the night before. They had 15 slingshots on hand. The racing was pretty good all night. Track had a lot of speed in it. Was pretty awesome to see the kind of the ebbs and flows, especially in the hobby stocks and modifieds, because there was a lot of action happening. The Western Renegades, though, kicked off feature racing action, and the winner, first career win, I believe, the 11 of Noah Schmidt. I don't know if he's a rookie in the division.
He's a rookie. Yep, he's a rookie driver, and he's never won. That's his first win.
Yeah, and he looked really good. I mean, he got to the lead in front of Jeremy Lizakowski, who Lizakowski pulled off about halfway through with mechanical troubles, but Noah pretty much ran away from them on any restart that they had and looked really good in that 11 machine. Brenton Weiss in the 85 in second, Corey Palm third, Dusty Lawson fourth, and Jake Nelson your top five there. In the slingshots was a fun battle between Landon Hallgren, the 22H, one of the top slingshot drivers in the state, and Eli Turnbull, who's also a great runner out of Estevan. And those two got to the front, and then they went side by side, lap after lap after lap. Landon was using the bottom. Eli was using the middle. Landon could get alongside him through turns 1 and 2, but Eli would kind of pull in front of him going through 3 and 4, and Eli held him off to get the feature win. So congratulations to the 221E of Eli on getting the win. Then the hobby stocks came out. 40 laps for your IMSA hobby stock. They ran the first 16 to 17 laps caution free, and then from there, kind of all heck broke loose. So you had drivers such as Diesel Raynard, along with Kyler Satrin, Caden Appelt, and Cash Saxon, all duking out for the lead. And the track was pretty fast around the top, but there was a lot of slide jobs and crossovers, so they were 2 and 3 wide all throughout that race. And Caden Appelt, who's undefeated when he shows up the Nodak Speedway this year, got to the lead, and then he blew a right rear tire about halfway through the race. So he had to go to the hot pit and get that changed out. Came back and started tail end while there's still a bunch of jockeying up front. And as the restarts continued to stack up and cautions stacked up, he was making his way back to the front again, got to second, where Raynard was the leader. And Diesel got a little sideways in turns 1 and 2 and spun in front of the field. And so that handed lead back to Caden, who had come from the back. And so he held off the likes of Kyler Satrin and Pat Smith on the last 5 laps to get $2,000 to go home with to keep his undefeated streak going at the Nodak Speedway. Very fun race. Like I said, a lot of slide jobs, a lot of crossovers, and congrats the 70 machine of Caden Appelt getting the feature win. And the IMCA Modifieds 2000 win for them as well. It was Stephen Pfeiffer starting on pole. He led the first few laps until he spun on his own from the lead, lap 3. So it's like, oh, well, this is going to be one of those races because, a lot of drivers the track was getting pretty tricky for them. A lot of tacky spots, but there's some slick spots as well that they really had to navigate. And so through the first few laps, Aaron Trimble got to the lead then, and then keeping an eye on the dark horse, Travis Hagen, because he started 19th. He had mechanical trouble in his heat, so he didn't even finish. So he started at the back. By lap 5, he was inside the top 5. So he was moving through the field pretty quick, even with some damage on his car. Yeah, that car was a handful to drive. And on one of the restarts, Aaron Turnbull jumped the cushion and lost several spots. And so then the dark horse, battling with Chris Tuchscher, got the lead. And then from there, basically held serve, holding off challenges from Brady Biella, Marcus Tomlinson, and Tuchscher. The dark horse would go on to get the feature win, with Brady Biella finishing in second. Pfeiffer did get back up to third, Marcus Tomlinson in fourth, and Aaron Turnbull in fifth. So my summary does not do it justice of all that happened during those 2 feature events. Definitely go watch the videos and the replay on that because there was a lot of chaos that happened. I'll just put it that way. Fun way to end the weekend up at the Nodak Speedway. Just 2 other notes. Shout out to Nodak Speedway. They do a great job on these yearbooks. This is one of the things I really was hoping to get. They do a black and white version and then a colored version. Very, very nice job by everyone that got to put this together. And the other takeaway that I had from Nodak Speedway, because I was basically by myself this last Sunday night, and I actually got to sit in the original spot that I used to start videotaping from. That was the first time I sat in my original spot. A little nostalgia from the first couple of years of
Oh,
videotaping. So I had a really good night up in Nodak.
why wouldn't you?
Why wouldn't I? Even through all the chaos that happened on the racetrack. That will do it for the Track Packer Report this week, and on to what's upcoming next, starting with Mr. Dakota Dirt in the state of North Dakota.
Oh, there's
Yes.
going to be races
Yeah, you're up now.
now. Now you want me to talk?
Yup.
I can't get out of the screen. My computer's being dumb. Okay, I'm gonna hit OK. It's
Speaking
being
of,
recorded.
do you have an ancient computer like John does?
No, my school has a bunch of weird, funky like locks. Oh,
Because
oh,
John had to break out his antique computer
uh,
on
I
Saturday.
did. I gave it to Joanne on Saturday to do some corrections that she had to do in the pit check because her computer was with Stacy to go to Lisbon. So you know what I did, guys? Joanne, who we all know is older than dirt, got to use the computer that was also older than dirt.
Oh gosh, she'll love that.
Well, remember we always said that Joanne's the founder of dirt.
I don't really ever recall ever saying that, but okay. Joanne,
royalty.
this is clearly John speaking. He
It truly is.
come on, computer, keep working.
Joanne and I have way too much fun at the racetrack when we see each other.
All right, so Mason, while John continues to try to be cruel to North Dakota royalty, this Friday we will have racing at the Dakota Speedway. It is the season championship, and you'll see all the classes: IMCA mods, IMCA stock cars, hobby stocks, NX legends, and the slingshots. Then, moving over to the east side, it is the Fix-It Felix Speedway with the Howie Shield Memorial, NLRA late models, and all their classes.
They actually have a couple classes off.
Well, I have IMC mods, stock cars, 305s, and everything. So it must have changed.
Yes, I
I'll
believe
help
it's-
you, Jessup.
Tell me, John.
So this Friday at Fix It Forward Speedway, no, Becca, not Fix It Felix. We have got a great night of racing actually because it is the 6th annual Howie Shield Memorial. It's sport mods, stock cars, hobbies, and late models are going to be on the docket.
That's pretty nice. Then, moving slightly north of the Fix-It Felix Speedway is the River Speedway. The River Cities Speedway.
The what?
The River Cities Speedway.
The which ones?
The River
I'm
Seed?
tired. Yeah,
River
the River
Seed?
Speedway.
Wow.
That sounds dirty.
Yeah.
Anyways, Wayne Anderson Cup, 410 sprints, legends. Of course, why wouldn't we all race legends? 305 sprints with Soda Street Stocks and with Soda Midwest mods. That actually makes sense. Then we'll head back to the west, and it's the Williston Basin Speedway with IMCA mods, stock cars, sport mods, hobby stocks, and slingshots. And that will make up your Friday night of racing. So we will have 4 tracks on Friday. And we will have 4 tracks on Saturday as well, too. Uh-oh, Becca's on the run. Jamestown Speedway will be racing. And, John, is there anything special this week, or is it a normal week of racing?
Kind of a normal week. It's back to school night
Oh,
with
that's a good
the
night.
Jimmy's, their University of Jamestown. The
Yep.
Jimmies will be there. They'll be doing backpack giveaways with the football team, and then it is going to be championship night for the Legends. So Legends Championship night is this upcoming Saturday, because the following Saturday is the World of Outlaw Danny Schatz Memorial over there in the Fix It Forward Speedway, and they're going to be also doing a Legends special with that. So the 2 tracks agreed to basically take Legends off from Jamestown on that Saturday so they could go run at the Memorial.
Nice. Back to this Saturday. Devil's Lake Speedway will be racing non-wing sprints, Midwest Mods, Westsoda Streets, and their pure stock division. Then over at the Thunder Mountain Speedway Season Championship, the IMCA Sport Mods, Hobby Stocks, Sport Compacts, Slingshots, and their Trophy Enduro class will be in action.
Could I put a correction on there too?
Yes.
The non-wing sprints are in Williston.
Well, Devil's Lake is lying to me on their schedule. Anyways, IMCA Modifieds will be racing over at the Wilson Basin, along with the non-wing sprints, apparently, and the IMCA stock cars, the hobby stocks, and sport mods, along with slingshots. And folks, in 2 days, 8 tracks will be racing, and nobody will be taking advantage of Sunday as there is no racing occurring. And that, folks, will wrap up your week of North Dakota racing.
There is a race on Sunday in North Dakota.
Not that on my schedule. Did it get rescheduled?
Go ahead, mate.
The
Cheyenne
Cheyenne
Speedway.
Speedway.
Of course they rescheduled. Why wouldn't they?
I think it says makeup day races, so it wasn't on the original schedule. It's the makeup for August 2nd.
Yes.
The regular divisions.
Let's go up to August 2nd. Kids Night. Westsoda Midwest Mods, Westsoda Street Stocks, Hobby Stocks, Short Tractors, Hornets, and the NX Legends. And with that, now you're done.
Now you're done. Yes. Alrighty. Outside the state of North Dakota, winding down into the almost 20th day of August on Thursday. Holy smokes. Let's see. Fair night actually taking place over at Grand Rapids on Wednesday and Thursday. So they got a couple of nights of fair racing. KRA Speedway has their Meet the Drivers night on Thursday. Season Championship night and fan appreciation at Norman County Raceway and Victory Lane Speedway racing on Thursday. Friday night, Brown County Speedway is back with weekly racing after a couple weeks off for the Brown County Fair. Fiesta City Speedway also racing a regular show along with the I-94 EMR Speedway. I believe that is the Bob Gerke Memorial this Friday. So that's always a fun night over in Fergus Falls. And then the World of Outlaws Sprint Cars are in Ogilvie this Friday. So some big races taking place on Friday. Saturday the 22nd, what do we have? The Classic Casino featuring the Tri-State Late Models in Watertown. So a little bit different than the normal Casino Speedway racing on a Saturday instead of Sunday this week. Greenbush Race Park is racing along with North Central Speedway and Rice Lake Speedway as well. So a little bit slimmed down on Saturday. And then Sunday the 23rd, Granite City Motor Park racing along with Bemidji Speedway, Season Championship night at Buffalo River, and also the Redwood Speedway. So, a few tracks starting to wrap up their seasons starting this weekend. So, definitely a clear sign that racing season is starting to wind down. So, be sure to take your opportunity to get to the racetrack. We will now display the white flag and give a shout out once again to our good friend Brody Carlsrud in the B1 Mail Getter IMCA stock car who picked up another feature win on this season. He's been having a really good year here in 2026 and hope he continues to get that momentum going off into the end of the season along with the year-end invitationals. Be sure to follow his racing at Brody Carlsrud B1 Racing on Facebook along with his podcast, The Real Deal with B1. As always, Brody, thank you for your support on the podcast, and selfishly, thank you for base camp whenever I am at the same racetrack as you. With that, on to Wins of the Week. Jessup, you get to start off Wins of the Week.
Give me 1 second. I'm working on something very important here. Wins of the Week, I'm going to pick some very obvious ones. I'm going to start with Dan Ebert with his big win. That's pretty awesome. Let's see, who else? That was down at the Topless 100. Although the Batesville track really ate all the tires up. That was kind of weird. I've never seen a track be that aggressive. Well, maybe with the exception of Las Vegas, but that's a whole nother conversation. Second one's going to be Kyle Larson pulling the double. So that's pretty cool. And last but not least, let's go Noah Schmidt with the Renegade Wingless Sprint race win up in Minot.
Good set of wins to start things off.
Oh, by the way, can I quick share my screen here?
Hmm.
Oh no. Oh no.
What?
I want to see this.
Oh no.
What? You don't even know what? Why are you being mean?
I'm concerned.
Somebody help me share my screen. I've been working hard for our sponsor.
Oh gosh. Oh my goodness.
Look at that.
I don't understand why people don't like my ideas.
Have you showed Brody this? Because I feel like he could run with it for next year.
I think he would.
I would definitely be on board with this.
I don't. I think our sponsor should really look into it.
Track tested, stamp approved, delivery confirmed.
Built to
It is
deliver
pretty good.
wins.
You should pitch this to the USPS and see if they'd actually sponsor.
They wouldn't sponsor.
No, they're porous.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
The U.S. mail machine. Oh my gosh. Well done.
Delivering-
I'm impressed.
Very
you
well
guys,
done.
you guys just didn't believe me all year. I'm on top of my game. I'm what they call a give it. I know how to use AI.
I have to tell you,
We had a discussion of AI this morning at work.
So Brody, the ball's in your court now.
Send it that.
Or in his case, the letter's in your mailbox.
Mm.
Are you going to
Oh.
deliver?
Would you say it's been delivered? So, or what, is it en route, and he has to deliver?
Only time will tell. While he throws his flags out of the flag stand, John, who are your wins of the week?
So, my first win of the week, I am going to give it over to, let's go Cole Gresseth, because he is in a heated points battle right now for the national championship between him and Levi Rant. We also have Keith Turville that's right up there as well with a lot of wins. But Cole picked up 3 clean sweeps this weekend, which helps him out in the national points race. So Cole's still chipping away at those wins as well as trying to get the national championship for 2026.
And what really helps him is that a couple of those races had pretty good fields.
Yeah, because that's the biggest thing right now is the fields. So to make sure that you have enough cars within each one of those fields to make sure that you can cover off on a full show for sure.
Yep.
So that's huge. I mean, that's big if you can be able to go through and definitely do that. So, my other win of the week that I'm going to give over is it was a great battle last night. I watched kind of the replay within the Wissota Midwest Modifieds at Granite City Motor Park, and that was a great race between Shane Sabraski. It was also right there with Blake Adams. And we had Joey Jensen just kind of sticking his nose in there at the end of that race. But Blake Adams picked up another big win, and he's kind of had a stranglehold a little bit on the national points title race within both the Midwest Modifieds and the Modifieds. So we'll see how that one all goes down here as we get into invitational season. So congratulations to Blake in the 40D machine. And my final win of the week, I am going to give it over to the runner-up in the Knoxville Nationals. That was Sheldon Hodenshield, because on his prelim night, he won by inches over there on the Wednesday night show for night 1 of the Knoxville Nationals, the 65th annual. And yeah, that was a great battle to the line. He came out of nowhere to pick up that win in 3 and 4 and passed by inches at the line. I think what was it, 6 1/1000ths of an inch that he won?
I think so.
It was quite close.
So yes, But yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, I really liked his paint scheme at the Knoxville Nationals. So that's another reason why I'm liking you know, Sheldon for my third win of the week.
So I know typically like they make their northern swing just a week or two after the Knoxville Nationals, and sometimes they keep the schemes for a few weeks. So I could see John making an appearance at one of those races and seeing if he could get one of those Knoxville shirts with Sheldon's car on it.
I mean, Sheldon's scheme is pretty darn good.
I would
Because this weekend, I believe, where are they? They were in Ogilvy on Friday, and then is it Jackson Nationals?
Yes.
Yep.
So yeah, they're going to be in Minnesota.
Is it Jackson Nationals? I don't think it is.
I know they're racing in Jackson on Saturday, but
I don't think it's the Nationals, John.
It's not the
They
Nationals
usually
yet? Okay.
race those around Stampede weekend.
awesome wins, John. Becca, where are your wins of the week, or what are your wins of the week?
Yes. So I'm going to start with up at the Devil's Lake Speedway with Levi and Landon Rant. They were over in Devil's Lake this past Saturday. Levi picked up the victory in the Wissota Street Stock division. Landon picked up the victory in the Midwest Modified division. So the two brothers basically won half the races up at Devil's Lake. So it's really cool to see them racing out here and to see them pick up the wins as well. Also going to go over to the Buffalo River Speedway, where I'm going to give my second win of the week to Kelly Jacobson. He did double duty this past weekend. Not only is it hard to just race one car and keep up with all the maintenance and the work on a car on a regular race night, he's working on two race cars. So he picked up the victory in the IMCA stock car and also doubled up and picked up a victory in the IMCA sport mod. So got two wins over at the Buffalo River Speedway this past weekend. And then my final one of the week is going to go to Kelsey Peterson, who picked up the Wissota late model victory up at the River City Speedway on Friday night. And John and I, we didn't watch that particular race, but we were chatting about that race. And has anyone said she's the first Wissota late model driver to ever win? So that's pretty big. That's a pretty big deal, and it's history-making news. And so it's pretty awesome to see Kelsey find victory lane up at the River Cities Speedway. So congratulations to all those drivers, and congratulations to Kelsey for making history this past weekend.
Yes, big win up at Grand Forks on Friday. That was really cool to see. All right, for my wins of the week, a lot to choose from, actually. I think my first win is going to stick on Friday night. We're going to give it to another lady driver, Layla Chaplin, in the 86. She won at the Princeton Speedway, not without some theatrics, because she was battling for the lead early, got a flat tire, had to go to the pits, get that changed out, go from the back to the front again, and made the pass late to get the feature win. So a lot of work to get that feature win for the 86 of Layla Chaplin. So that's my first win of the week. Second win of the week. Let's stick with ladies of dirt track racing, and we'll go with Kennedy Swan. She got a pair of wins this weekend. The first one at the Grand Rapids Speedway on Thursday, and then at the Rice Lake Speedway on Saturday. After a very tough and struggling 2025, it's nice to see Kennedy back in victory lane and competing for wins. So she's going to be fun to watch when the invitational season rolls around as well. And then I think for my third win of the week, I'm going to give it to a racetrack. I'm going to give it to the Dakota State Fair Speedway. They finished off their first full season back in action in quite a few years. Definitely a learning experience for the promoters down there, and got to go down there a couple of times. Very friendly group of people, and the fans, I know, were just excited to have weekly racing back down in Huron, South Dakota. And so first of hopefully many, and they're going to be doing a lot of improvements over the offseason and make the second year of that stint even better. And so I think those are my 3 wins of the week. Any closing thoughts as we wrap up episode 18 of season 5?
Oh, it's championship season. Get out to the
Yeah.
track, support them.
Points are almost
Not
done.
much left.
Yes, the racing is getting pretty good with the weather kind of cooperating for a lot of the tracks as well. And also, drivers, keep your emotions in check. This is the tough time of year where emotions can get pretty high. And let's end this season on a pretty good note and race hard, but be sure to keep our heads on our shoulders too. With that, that'll do it for episode 18 of season 5 for the Track Packers. As always, be sure to like, share, and comment. Thank you to our sponsors, Paul Bunyan Mini Storage, The Real Deal with B1 Brody Carlsrud, and Isaac Hot Sauce Sondrol. Already halfway through August, season's winding down, so we hope to see you out there packing the track.